Oh, what's going on, guys? Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel. I'm going to take these off because they're really annoying. And welcome to episode 93 of Disney Fiasco. 93 episodes. Today is going to be massive. And we have some incredibly wonderful, amazing, any sort of descriptive words like that, guests. Today, we have... Look at who we have here. We have Dean over at the Live Place. How's it going, Dean? Welcome in.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Disney Dan. It's a privilege.
So good to have you here. We're all just doing pointing like E.T. E.T. We have Ed and Mindy from the Viapree Project. Welcome in, guys. Your debut on Disney Fiasco. Thank you so much, guys. It's an honor to have you guys here.
We're excited. Thank you so much, Dan. This is we can't wait. We can't wait.
Oh, neither can I. I'm so looking forward to it. And we've got the wonderful RobFuz, the rock star.
Hi.
Not a lot of bronzer today, but you're looking good, pal.
Something's going on.
Something's going on. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I'm looking forward to the stream today. Let's see who is in the chat. We got Tracy Glenn. Tracy actually invited me onto the stream to talk about Doctor Who this week, which was pretty fun. We got Meg from Mickey's Magic Partner Channel. Good to see you. Alex Brunner, Captain Akron. Michelle is here. Mouse Talk Partner Channel. Mouse Talk have been doing a vlog every day, talking about different attractions, which has been really fun. Grace F is in the house. Dana Jaworski, so good to see you, Dana. Hope you are well. Alyssa Stenberg, James Ryan, good to see you. Some guy called the Dreams Empire, Dean from the Live Place. So good to see everybody. Jeffrey, hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope sending prayers to you, buddy. Yeah, I think I've got everybody so far. So good to see everybody. Disney Fiasco, episode 93. And today's topic is Disney World expansions we want. So I asked everybody to go away and think about kind of areas and lands of parks that we want to see expanded, that need to be expanded, or what we want to see. That's what I thought the brief would be today. I thought it'd be kind of fun, something different. So yeah, we're going to be doing that today. And please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn that notification bell on. Before we get started, we're just going to go around, say hi to everybody, and get this show on the road. Griswold family, VK, welcome into stream. Christine Hickman, thank you so much for being here. And Amy from AJC Magic TV. Thank you to all my members. Thank you so much for signing up to the Disney Dan membership. If you are a member and not in the Disney Dan Facebook page, please send me a direct message on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll get you guys in as soon as possible so you can start doing some fun stuff over there, especially after this whole stuff going on in the world is finished. Right, we're going to start off with Dean. Tell us a little about you, your channel, and actually it's really a massive thing called the Live Place.
I like when you're introducing me, I'm like, who am I? Nobody knows. I'm Dreamer's Empire. I'm the Live Place. Who am I? I'm having an identity crisis, I think. So I am Dean from the Live Place, otherwise known as Dreamer's Empire. And I will tell you this, Dan, and it's pretty exciting. In the last maybe 2 weeks, I picked up like 5 new live streamers. So pretty pumped about that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Cool.
You're nearly at the 100 members.
We're getting right. Place. Like I said to Josh and Jenna, maybe I'll hit 100 live streamers when they hit 100K followers.
That'd be crazy.
But anyway, all of you guys, Dan and Mindy, Rob, of course, are long time. All of you are in the first view of live streamers at the live.
Hey, Kay, welcome.
And just go ahead, sir.
So I should say, like we were some of the ones who were there right from the beginning, and I'm honored to be on that ride with you. Now, nearly 100 streamers on your Live Place website, so it's incredible.
And Dan, you've been super faithful, and every week you've been coming on with great guests, great topics. You're such a great live streamer. So anyway, I'm thankful. So, yeah.
Oh, blushing.
So
I thought that was just me.
The other thing I'll say is I go live on Sunday nights now at 8 o'clock, and I'm rotating my shows. So I've got a new show tomorrow, and then I'm doing some other ones. And check the live plays out. You'll see what I'm doing.
So if you guys haven't checked out the liveplace.com, please go check us out. We are all on the Live Place, and that is the video live streaming guide to everybody on YouTube, pretty much in this community. So go check that out. RobFuz.
Hi. What's going on?
Your pal.
How are you? What's going on?
Tell everybody a little about you, about your channel, who you are.
I'm RobFuz, and I go live mostly every Friday, 4 o'clock. This week coming up, I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I got kind of a little tied up at work. I apologize.
Yeah.
But me and this guy, Dean, over here, we're going to go to Epcot. Yeah. I was going to put the 80s, but I kind of mixed in some versions. But we're going to go to old school Epcot. We're going to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go ride all the rides. We're going to show all the videos. We're going to play the music. We're just going to have a blast. So it's going to be this Friday, 4 o'clock on my show, my retro show. So I do a Frankie Friday. I do the pub talk with you guys. I do RobFuz Hangout, and now this new retro show I'm doing. I kind of mix it up, like these guys over here. They mix it up. I'm mixing it up too. So. But I show retro videos on my channel. Like I said, I just go live, just try to have some fun. So, and these guys are all my partner channels, so definitely check them all out. I just put the links below. And I can't wait to have Ed and Mindy on and Disney Dan. One big hug. It's a big hug. I can't wait to do a little more interaction with some videos and stuff. I want to have Dan on. I want to have the Viapree Project, Ed and Mindy on. And I want to thank Ed. I've been driving him nuts all week with. I'm using Ecamm Live, so thanks, Ed, for your help. I appreciate it.
Of course.
and thanks, Dean, for testing it with me too. I appreciate it. So,
and
sorry, a little long.
I've been wanting you guys on my channel for so long. I was honored that you guys invited me to be on sessions, and for a long time, not only did I was waiting for that, but I really wanted you guys to be on Disney Fiasco. And we are here. It's time. It's my good friends Ed and Mindy from the Viapree Project. It's an absolute honor for you guys to be here. So thank you. Tell everybody a little about you, your channel, everything really. So.
Well, first off, it's an honor to be on here, Dan. Thank you so much for having us on. I remember when Disney Fiasco started, and now we're coming close to 100 episodes. And now we finally get to come on here, and I'm just so excited. I was telling Mindy after we had the stream earlier today. I was just like, I was getting everything done. I want to make sure I was prepped because I'm like, I can't let Dan down. I can't let him down because. So we got a lot of awesome stuff here ready for today's stream. But thank you so much for just giving us an opportunity to be here with our amazing channels. I mean, Dean and Rob, Dean, I respect Dean so much. Like I can't talk more highly of Dean, and because just a platform that he's put together and how we've all come together as a community, and he works hard too. He just doesn't just create the platform and leave it. He's actively working it all the time. He's updating it. You're contacting him, and then he has his own shows that he's producing. And it's not just these little shows.
Fun. They're a blast. Fun
shows. Yeah. Like I was on the trivia thing the other night. I did terrible, but I had so much fun, And so Dean, I just want to just take a moment, just how amazing. I thank you so much for all you do for the community. And
I came off of mute so I could get all choked up.
And Rob, I love you, Rob.
Thanks,
so thank you. We speak all the time now. We're always like talking to each other every day, and so But thank you again. We are the Viapree Project. We do stream on Tuesday nights. That's our weekly show. It's called Hangouts. We have rotating shows now. Last week we did our first Disney Pin Trading 101. We had Donna Jawowski with us, who was amazing, and we had a fun time. This week we're going to start a new show again called Lego Talk Live. We're excited about that. It's going to be so awesome. Mindy was working while after this, trying to get the new set together.
It's gonna look.
Oh, look at this!
Yes,
so that's going to be this week. We have a few more new shows, Disney shows that we're going to be doing on our Hangouts. Those are weekly informal shows. our big show is Sessions, which is right here. Sessions, we do that every other month, every 2 months, where we highlight somebody in our community. We had RobFuz with us just this past Saturday. It was awesome. We're going to be doing a rebroadcast of that too. So he gets it twice. So he's so lucky to get that. And we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So we're the Viapree Project.
Well, it's so good to have you guys. And also, Ed's my agent.
Yeah, that is right.
He's my agent.
Yeah. So can I just take a moment real quick? Let me just take a moment. Okay. I need everybody to listen. If you need to get in touch with Disney Dan, okay, you don't talk to him. You email me, Ed at viapreeproject.com. I book him, okay? I need to at least have 2 weeks in advance though, because he's very, very busy man.
And he needs his sleep.
And he needs rest, okay? Now, if you have him on the show, you need to make sure he loves tacos, but if you can't just eat any taco, you have to have some pickles with it. Okay, so
that is 100% true. Right, let's get this show on the road.
That's
Disney World expansions we want. So I'm gonna leave this up on here so people can see what the topic is all about. So we're gonna go around and talk about what expansions we would love to see at Walt Disney World. You got to tell me where you might put it, what you want to see in that particular expansion. Is it going to be something new, something that we're kind of expanding on what we already have? Completely up to you. No rules. Completely, yeah. All for you.
I get nervous when he says no rules, I'll be honest with you.
I love when he says
food is allowed. Carlos, welcome into the stream, pal. Right, we're going to start off with Dean. We're going to go round the clock. Clockwise, not anti-clockwise. Yeah, whatever. Dean, we're coming to you, pal.
All right. Am I coming through here? I sound good?
You sound loud and clear.
Sound good.
All right. So I only have 37 of them. So let me start. All right. My first one is Tomorrowland. And I'm glad I got to go first because I know everybody's probably going to do Tomorrowland. But I'll give you my spin on it. Tomorrowland, we're going to make completely indoors. And here's how we're going to do that. We're going to build a city there. We're not going to take away too much. We're going to leave the key attractions to Space Mountain, the People Mover, debatable on some of the other ones. Probably have to leave Carousel of Progress, but we're going to start to build buildings around it. And within those buildings, it's going to be as though you were in a futuristic city with the rides somewhat intertwined. We would take the People Mover and we would put it through the city, and then we could build shopping, some new futuristic restaurants. So let me see if I said it all here. Yeah, and then we would expand and kind of enhance things, especially People Mover. I mean, I love People Mover, but I'd like to see some new things on the People Mover. So
you can have a sushi bar going with it around.
Yes.
You know those conveyor belts that go around. Sorry,
Yes.
I love it. I thought, you know me. My mind always goes to food, but whatever.
yeah,
Always,
same.
always does.
Dean, I love that. I love the fact you didn't go with an IP. You didn't go with like any sort of like particular ride. You just right. We're gonna just do the whole Tomorrowland. Completely done. You know what? Let's just make a city out of it. So let's just
Make a city out of it.
throw in.
Yeah.
I love that idea. I think it's so creative that it's going to be, because let's be honest, we look at Tomorrowland right now and it's, when you think Tomorrowland, you think futuristic, but it looks very sort of 1990s futuristic.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's kind of not as futuristic as it could be. Kenzie Days, welcome into stream. So good to have you here. Welcome in.
Hey, Kenzie.
I love that. And you can add more of the Carousel of Progress. You can update People Mover with the sushi bar. It'd be great. I love that idea. So would you keep the same attractions? Would you add any more attractions?
Well, you said it well. Carousel of Progress, things like that probably have to stay, but I would change some of it. I would, they step through these different decades in Carousel of Progress. I would change some of those, and and maybe put us more into the future. So I would keep Space Mountain for sure. I would keep People Mover. I think some of the other ones could go away, to be honest, but I don't want to offend anybody here.
Don't bring back Stitch's Great Escape, please.
Okay, if you say so.
You know what? I would take it one step further. Now that they own Fox, I would put Stitch back, but I would put the aliens back like they were originally going to do.
That was so
Alien
scary.
franchise. Who cares? Let's put it back. It scares kids anyway. So.
We can have, like, Ripley, because those animatronics from the Great Movie Ride are still around.
Still around. I agree.
True. So, you know,
Let's do it.
maybe they're in somebody's attic or something. I don't know. Whatever. Did anybody else have Tomorrowland on their list?
No.
I didn't either.
What?
We couldn't tell that Dean is a fanatic about futuristic stuff from the background.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice opening pick. I absolutely love it. Right, RobFuz, my man. What were we doing?
Yeah, I could actually parlay this into good. I did it by park, so I think we'll have a couple turns, but I could always. I'm going to go Magic Kingdom. Well, I'm sorry, Ed. What?
No, I'm saying if we have a couple turns, that's good because I have a bunch. So.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'm going to go for it. So, I'm upset they were going to put that theater right off Main Street. I'm not sure why they nixed it, but I love that theater in Disneyland in California Adventure that they do Aladdin and Frozen and everything. I want that back. So I would put that right back in to the drawing plans. And the way I looked at it, in this crazy world and everything, we're putting that aside. But I thought of, let's take a lot of the great stuff from around the world, the other great parks that I don't think I'll ever get to see. Let's just throw them here. So I want to expand Fantasyland. I want to bring that brand new Beauty and the Beast animatronic ride. I want to put that into Fantasyland. And, near and dear to my heart, get rid of Pooh. I don't know what we would put there. Maybe bring back one of the older attractions back there. Maybe like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Put it back into Pooh. And then I want to bring Pooh's Honey Pot into the new Fantasyland I have. Pooh's Honey Pot from Tokyo Disney World or Disneyland, whatever the heck they call it. I love that stuff. So
that ride is so cool.
It's one of my favorite rides of all time. I love it. So, and then you know what? I want to bring the Shanghai Pirates of the Caribbean to the Magic Kingdom as well. We'll have both rides. Yes. We'll have Pirates of the Caribbean and we'll have the Shanghai one because I feel it's two different experiences. So why not?
You would get rid of the classic Pirates.
No, I wouldn't get rid of it. I would have both. It's just two different experiences. Expand it. Yeah, why not? There's no rules, Dave. Come on.
Like Mission Space, you have an intense version and a...
Yeah, exactly.
Dan,
so I would put both in there.
Sorry,
Dean.
Did you invite Roy Disney to go over the cost?
Yeah, well, Bob, I gave Bob Iger my number, but he hasn't texted me back yet. But my agent can help out with that. That's fine.
And I'm almost done. In true Dan fashion, I would add a Pirates of the Caribbean. I would add a restaurant, and that would be in between both of the rides. So in one part you can see the classic ride, one part you can see the new ride. And then I think that I'm just throwing these ideas out there because I think of this stuff all the time.
I love the fact to top it off, thrown everything out there.
Hey, now you have to start all over. Go.
I got a ton of ideas. You got to watch the replay, maybe. And then I would put right next to the Haunted Mansion, I would put a Haunted Mansion restaurant. So if you guys don't ever been there, there was a Jekyll and Hyde in New York City. Very cool, mysterious restaurant in New York City. It's since been gone, but I would do like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of type mysterious restaurant. You would walk through through a Haunted Mansion to the side, and it'll just bring you to the back. Because I did pull up all this stuff on Google Maps to see actually where there was land.
Okay.
I'd put a restaurant right behind Haunted Mansion, like a secret tunnel you go under there. It'd be like a kind of a cool. Look it up on the internet. Jekyll and Hyde's. It was a 5-story. It was very mysterious. It was very creepy. I think it would be a cool kind of restaurant, that type of restaurant. That's my ideas for Magic Kingdom. So
awesome. That's all mine on my list. So I
sorry. Thinking out of the box here. I'm thinking out of the box. It would cost a lot of money, but those ideas are already there. Let's just bring them here.
I love it. Great job, Rob. That's great.
I love it. Great. I think some of us will have. It's only the beginning. I should have said we should have limited it to like 3. Not 3 per park, 3. Right. Ed and Mindy, the floor is yours.
All right, she looks at me because I have all the ideas right here.
Well,
all right,
I don't know which one you're going.
I'm trying to think. Where should we go? Which park should we go to?
It's totally. Do I choose your number 1 pick, or
do I start? Do I start big, or do I start off the small one? Let me see. I'm gonna go.
All your ideas are big, Ed. So
I know I have too many big ideas. I'm gonna go for one of the big ones first. So, since we just came off of Magic Kingdom, right? So we're gonna leave Magic Kingdom. We're gonna go over now to Hollywood Studios. So in Hollywood Studios, which I love Hollywood Studios, I love the way it is right now. But I would really want to change things up, especially where Toy Story Land is. I do like Toy Story Land. I think it's great, but I think it would be awesome to change it from Toy Story Land to keeping it there, but having a Pixar Land. So we're having the area is still going to be there. Everything from Toy Story Land will still be there, but that's going to be the Toy Story section. Then you have we bring in more of the Pixar area. You'll have more of their movies, so Incredibles. I was thinking of taking the Muppets, and I know a lot of people, I don't want to offend anybody, but the Muppet area, and turning that into like an Incredibles like area. Sorry, but I'm never coming back on this show. I gotta give it all out.
You already drink bottled water anyway, so I mean.
So I was saying if we could have an Incredibles section area where we would be able to finally have their own area, their meet and greets, and then also have like Wall-E driving around, some opportunities to see those type of characters, and then we would move Merida from Magic Kingdom to the Pixar Land, and we would have like Merida would have her bow and arrows and like an interactive place where kids can, do those type of things. Then I was thinking of Ratatouille is already going to be in Epcot. So, he can still have a smaller presence there, but not like the big, because Epcot's going to be focused more on that. But I thought it would be really, really cool to have a Pixar land where you'll have your meet and greets. You'll have a place where you can have a home for all these Pixar shorts. These shorts don't really have a place to come to life, in real life. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to have maybe even a ride there with some of these different shorts and a place for the history of Pixar, because Pixar is such a big part of Disney. It'd be really good to have a place where Pixar could be able to do that. And then maybe a restaurant. I was thinking a restaurant, maybe, Ratatouille obviously comes to mind because it's a food type, but that's already going to be an Epcot. So I was thinking to incorporate maybe the Onward series. Now, Onward has that one, I don't know if you've seen Onward, but there's a part
where... It's not out on Disney Plus yet?
Yeah, huh?
It's not out on Disney Plus yet.
No, yeah, okay. Well, when you see it, there is a place where you'll see there's like a restaurant style. I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm not going to, but it'd be kind of cool to be a themed restaurant. Mm-hmm. So I thought that'd be kind of really cool. Now, this is just part one of it. Part two of it is that you have your Pixar Land, but then you also have your Disney Animation Studios area. So now you're moving the Frozen sing-along into a Disney Animation Studios area where you have Moana. You have a Moana-style restaurant. So we're having a Hawaiian-style, Polynesian-style, Mai Kai show. So like you're eating. So we have something like this down here in South Florida where it's a dinner show and they have hula dancers, and you're eating and fire spinning. So you have a show while you're eating, and you have Moana, and it's like a character meet and greet, hey, and all that stuff. Bringing in Wreck-It Ralph, having a ride like a Wreck-It Ralph type of ride, Zootopia, Big Hero 6, just an area where you can just come and it's a Disney Animation highlighted area. I thought it'd be kind of really cool. So yeah, that's what I have right now for that area.
I love it.
Can I expand a little on that too?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I had Pixar Land too, I would probably kick out Muppets, give them their own land. Dan, you like that? And I put some more Star Wars stuff there. No, I kick out Muppets and give them their own land. Oh, he's gone. We might have to take it over. No, but you didn't hear what I said, Dan. I want to give the Muppets their own land. I don't like just the one little thing. I want to go more with them. And then I just said rides for Incredibles, Up, Coco, Monsters Inc., and I would bring Cars Land from California. I bring it to Hollywood Studios too. So.
See now for that, Rob, I wouldn't bring it entirely over. I do want a Cars experience, but maybe not just like I do, because it's phenomenal. If you've not been on it, it's an incredible ride.
It is.
But maybe still a Cars type experience that's maybe unique for Walt Disney World. That's what I would say.
I like that.
See, I can see like a progression with Pixar. Like obviously you start with Toy Story Land. What's the closest thing in size in terms of toys? You go into a Bug's Life, and then you move to a Bug's Life into maybe dogs. So Up, so being chased by those dogs.
I have Up too.
Boys. And then you go into the rats of Ratatouille, and then you get massive houses with balloons. I mean, it kind of all works in a way.
I like that. Pixar the ride.
Pixar the ride.
Yeah, that's good.
Like that.
And then you end up with seeing a lamp just on its own, riding a Lux Oval. That's it. Right.
I love it. Good ideas.
Ladies and gentlemen, I try to stay focused.
You scared me.
Those were great ideas, but now you got to hold my Dole Whip.
Oh boy,
and go with me. It's time to make the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Land tonight. That's how I'm gonna do it. Right.
So now I know why he was mad at me.
Now, this is the first thing I thought of. Right. Firstly, I'm in a Muppet kind of thing, so I just watched the Prop Culture Muppet Show, which was amazing.
Oh,
it was awesome.
So good. So I was just like, I'm really in a Muppets mood, and I watched the Muppet movie earlier today. I was just like, Disney is really shying away from the Muppets, and I love.
Well, they have a new show coming out. Did you see that? Disney Plus is gonna have a new show, so I don't know if it's the short one or a big one, but it's gonna be good.
Whatever it is, I'm down for it. Now, you already have Muppet Vision 3D, which for me is it's a small world. It's a classic. I hope it never goes away. And then you have Pizza Rizzo, which I would completely change the food, because if you have that kind of pizza and then Blaze Pizza down the street, there's no excuse to have good quality pizza, because Pizza Rizzo is not the place I go for pizza. Sorry, but you can make it so much better. The only good thing about that place is that there are pizza boxes with pins on it and you can trade on it. That's the best thing about that. You got a beautiful fountain, but I am turning that whole area into a Muppet themed land. And here we go. Right, I've made. Go with me. You are going to visit the Dr. Bunsen Honeydew Laboratory to meet Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. Now, if you remember in Epcot, where they had that audio animatronic that was roaming around the parks on that machine, where you could actually meet them. Absolutely amazing. MC Dorks Pop, welcome into the stream. So good to have you here. So it'll be a meet and greet with Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. And during your picture with Beaker, something goes wrong and he gets sort of hit on the head or something, because Beaker always gets into trouble.
Always an issue.
You are going. My sit-down restaurant is called the Swedish Chef's Nourishments.
Nice.
And you will have your own personal experience. Like a chef's table, like you go, for example, Victorian Albert's, you've heard about the chef's table in the kitchen. You're going to sit in the kitchen while being served by the Swedish chef. So he's going to be throwing ingredients at you. That's pretty much what it's going to be about. And then in terms of merchandise, you got Fozzie's Joke Shop.
I got excited. I thought you said Fuzzies.
To round off the attraction/show, it's called the Electric Mayhem Live on Tour, where you're going to see Animal and all the band members for an Electric Mayhem complete rock show, while kind of like a moving attraction kind of thing. That's what
they had. That. Did you know that they had that at one point?
Yeah, they had the van and they had a kind of that similar, but I want a full on attraction with them in it, and then you can throw in like Gonzo being shot out of a cannonball. You can get like Miss Piggy hitting Kermit over the head with a frying pan or whatever, doing the hiya thing. I mean, whatever you want. And then you have
they would be such cool animatronics. They would be so cool.
Oh, it'd be amazing. And you would have Rizzo welcoming everybody into the land from that famous line at Muppet Vision saying, "Guys, what do they know? They're tourists." Like that would be the best thing to open everything. Awesome. So that would be my pick. Tina McNeil, welcome into the stream. Town Mary Allen, welcome in. Cinderella Loves Disney, welcome into the stream. Let's see. Steve, can you do that Miss Piggy sound again? Do you want my or the beacon? I mean, I'm not going to do my Muppet impressions because it'll take forever. So I'll go. Yeah, I chose Muppets as my first pick. Okay. So that's why I had to wear my Muppet shirt, and I got a bit sort of heated when I get rid of Muppets.
I vote yes too.
Christy's Corner, welcome into the stream. Right, Dean, we are back to you.
Okay, so first I've been tabulating the costs, and so far,
I love the fact that the Muppet one was least.
Hey, are you setting rules, Dean? No rules. That's a rule.
Somebody's got to be Roy Disney here. All right.
I think you're wrong, Dean, because you couldn't fit it on a Post-it note. I think you're just wrong.
That's probably true.
Alrighty.
All right. So my second idea, and I'm going to go crazy with this because you guys are going even crazier than I went. I am going with the Jungle Cruise. All right. Now I realize this is a very coveted ride. So we're not taking away the ride. But what we're going to do is we're going to change everything around it. We got to keep the backside of water. Got to have the backside of water. But we're going to change those individual scenes. And actually, we're going to integrate a walking attraction where you're brought through with a tour guide and you have a jungle-like experience with issues. As you say, there's always issues, problems, and it's going to be integrated with the boat ride. So somehow what you're experiencing on the boat tandems with what people are experiencing on the island or on the land part. And then we're talking restaurants. I would build tree house restaurants in there to the individual experience you were talking about, Dan, where you go up into a tree with the things Swiss Family Robinson or whatever, and have your own waiter and chef and have a lovely dinner while you're seeing the Jungle Cruise. Yes.
Now I have a question. I have a question.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
So going up to the treehouse, will there be an elevator, or will you gonna have to make me work for my dinner and walk up to the tree?
It just steps in, Dan.
Hey,
or you could send up your friend and they could pull you up with a rope.
I like that.
I want to put on like 100 pounds before I go and see them struggle.
Well, you're going to gain 100 pounds once you get up there, and it'll be easy to get down. You can just
right back in the tub you go. We're going to lower you down. Oh wait, you're alive.
Here comes that guy Dan again. I can picture the guys that get upset.
But we're like getting off at like that treehouse restaurant was amazing. You get service, you get like pulled up to the top, and you have shit. Oh, amazing! I love that idea, and I love the fact like you've gone full on sort of classic Disney. Now, is Dwayne Johnson going to have a role as he's the new sort of Jungle Cruise skipper?
I have nothing to say about that. I know Steve would say Dwayne Johnson is like his favorite actor. Oh, there he is. Just don't add the Rock. I was like, what Rock are you talking about? Okay. I know.
That's awesome.
No Steve, no Dwayne Johnson.
Tim, welcome into the stream. Good to have you here. Nice, I like it. Did anybody else have Jungle Cruise or anything like that? No.
But I do have to say, Dean, that when I hear a good idea that would work and it needs to happen, I get goosebumps, and you gave me goosebumps.
Wow, that doesn't happen all the time.
That doesn't happen. I was like, whoa.
I am happy right now. That's good.
That's awesome.
Happy because your idea costs the least amount and you're relying on us.
If I can impress Mindy, I'm happy.
Yes.
Oh, Ali said Dwayne Johnson. Yes, The Rock. She's definitely a fan, isn't she? Right. Nice pick. I have something similar in the area, but not Jungle Cruise. So maybe we'll piggyback off that.
Okay.
RobFuz.
Yeah.
Your pick, buddy.
Well, I didn't have anything with a boat ride. I mean, I didn't have anything with the Jungle Cruise, but I did have boat ride in mind. I'm going to bring it over to Animal Kingdom, and I'd love, along the lines of what Dean was saying, like I'd love to have a boat ride over at Animal Kingdom with real rides. And that's where I thought you were going to go, but I don't think you went that way. But they used to have a boat ride in the beginning. It's on one of my retro videos. It was terrible. It was the worst boat ride ever. So I'd love them to step it up, and maybe not in the same area, but I'd love to see a boat ride with real animals. I think it's probably hard to control the animals, and when you see them and everything, kind of like the Kilimanjaro Safari. But I'd love to see a boat ride.
Yeah.
At Animal Kingdom too, there's always rumors about maybe they would get rid of Dinosaur and bring over Indiana Jones, and I love Indiana Jones, one of my favorite attractions. I know Ed's opposed to bringing some stuff from Disneyland over, but I'd love to bring Indiana Jones over. Just, you know what? We have a show, Fifth Gate. A lot of this stuff could be in the Fifth Gate, but that wasn't the topic today. So I would just incorporate all this stuff in. Over there by Dinosaur, maybe I'd take out some of the dinosaurs. I put Indiana Jones, and there's a ride I really want to go on. It's called Mystic Manor, and I'd love Mystic Manor, Indiana Jones to go right in that area there. So add up those figures, Dean. It costs a lot of money. So. Mystic Manor is it's kind of like this. It's kind of like the Haunted Mansion. I think it's in Hong Kong. Yeah, it's not the Haunted Mansion, but it's like this thing where this guy collects artifacts throughout the world, and a monkey is kind of he messes around with like his stuff, and all chaos entails and everything. You got to look it up on YouTube, Dean. It's a really cool ride. It's like their Haunted Mansion there. So, but I'd bring it over.
Steve says I'm okay with getting rid of Dinoland, but not adding Indiana Jones. Doesn't fit for me. Let's make it Zootopia.
Zootopia is awesome too. It's a good idea, Steve. I want to put that in a separate land.
I mean, Disney have got to try everything.
Yeah, look. I kind of agree with Steve. I don't think
it's a great parade.
What would be a great?
Yeah, with all the Zootopia characters.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to be a sequel too. I kind of agree with Steve. It probably doesn't fit there, but you know what? There's no rules, so why not? Let's put it there.
That's really cool.
Okay, look right out the window there. There's no rules, Steve.
I'm just noting myself next time to make some rules.
I love Indiana Jones the ride. That's great. I gotta put it somewhere. So
you need to try the Indiana Jones ride over at Disneyland Paris. Wow. Now that is
one of these days.
I like it.
That was great. Good job, Rob.
I love that, Rob. Mystic Manor. I think the guy, he's part of the SEA, which is like the secret something of something.
Yeah.
If Triple P was here, actually, the Cuban American will know because he knows pretty much everything about Disney. He's like the two guy. The SEA were part of a secret something and something.
Yeah, Explorers,
something like that. Yeah. Association, acrobatics. I don't know what they are. Nice, Rob. I really like it. Right, Ed and Mindy, number 2.
All right. So we're in Animal Kingdom. We're going to stay in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, wait, Society of Explorers and Adventurers. That's what it is. That's it. Thank you, Tim.
So since we're in Animal Kingdom and Rob brought up the dinosaur area, now this is a little out there, guys. And Dean, I'm going to need you to work your magic because this might cost a lot of money here.
We need to make deals.
Okay, so we need to have you start contacting people. All right, good. So we would have to get rid of Dino Land.
Outside of the box thinking.
Okay,
people.
so Dino Land is gone. We're redoing Dino Land, and we're gonna make a deal with DreamWorks. We're gonna call DreamWorks, and we're gonna bring in How to Train a Dragon. We're gonna get a licensing agreement to bring them over, redo that whole land, and we're gonna theme it out where it's going to be interactive with dragons. Now, I don't know if you remember this. If you look at Animal Kingdom's logo, there is a dragon right on there. So we need to get the dragon. Now, I understand we have things going on in Pandora. Let them be. Let Pandora world be. It's what it is. But we're going to bring over. We're going to pay a lot of money for it, and we're going to create a Train a Dragon area, and we're going to have rides. We're going to have restaurants, seafood restaurants, because those dragons eat seafoods and eat fish and stuff. And then what else? Anything else you wanted?
Okay, so I had come up with a ride. Yes, it's similar to Avatar, but it's taking Avatar and going one step above it, because in How to Train a Dragon, each dragon has its own characteristic and its own gait, while all of what are they called? The Banshees fly kind of like the same. Each dragon is very individual in How to Train a Dragon. So I was thinking taking Avatar's concept, Flight of Passage, and you're still flying on a breathing dragon, but the seats are individualized seats where you're a team going through something and you each are assigned a dragon, and your particular seat functions in the way that dragon flies. Because if you think of Tough Nut, his is very bouncy and fat, and Toothless is very seamless and smooth. So each seat flies individually like their own dragon.
Mindy, that just gave me chills.
And they
I like that.
Yeah.
I know it's out there, but I think it's
You didn't just jump the shark on that. You jumped like the whole Pacific Ocean. I mean, heck, Disney don't have enough IPs. Let's just go and buy some more. Why not?
I got this guy at Ed. He's got a lot of great ideas for you. So I'm sorry.
Because Disney don't have any dragons apparently in their repertoire.
I mean,
so,
Pete's Dragon. I mean, but Pete's Dragon's not going to bring anybody, So
they did a horrible job.
You know who they should get? You know those little yellow men who wear like jeans spandex and they go like banana.
He's trying to get the
and they should bring that guy who wears glasses and has got hair and has a Expelliarmus thing. Heck, why don't we go and bring Westeros? Why don't we bring Game of Thrones?
Hey, listen. Disney has all these agreements, man. If you think, even look at Pokemon, right? But they have licenses for Pokemon, so you can only watch Pokemon on Disney XD. So they Disney knows what they're doing. So even though I know DreamWorks is it's like you don't touch it, but look what's happening right now in the world. I mean, we own 20th Century Fox, and Universal's living it right now. But Disney's the one that's profiting over all this stuff. So why not? I mean, sometimes you have to give up to get something back. And I think Disney can do an excellent job with, I think, a Train a Dragon.
Remind me after the stream to tell you something I can't say on the stream to do with DreamWorks. I think it's a very you're right. It's definitely an out there kind of pick. I like it though. I actually do really like it, and it kind of fits with the whole Disney's Animal Kingdom. There was going to be a Beastly Kingdom where there were going to be lots of mythical creatures and that kind of thing. So I like the idea. I really love it. Right, where do I go?
Here comes Dan. I get nervous.
I can go two ways here. You know what? Let's do it. I know people know about this before, but here we go. We're going to Galaxy's Edge. Wow. You're like, what? You're like, what? Like Disney has just opened that. Like, why do they need to expand it? Because I'm not saying expand it massively. You just need maybe another ride or two, maybe like a merry-go-round that goes around in a circle or something a little bit easier for kids. That ride's not important. My rides, my attraction is the rides in my taste buds. And the journey I go on when I take a bite or a sip of food or drink. And this is a short and simple one because I know we're short on time. We are going to... You got Ogre's Cantina, which is great. You have Duck in Bay 7, which is good. You got that popcorn place and you can get your Ronto wraps. But who is my favorite squid from the Star Wars universe? Admiral Akbar.
Oh,
Yes.
So we are going to have his very own Admiral Snack Bar.
oh,
Nice. I like that. Admiral Snack Bar.
And he's going to serve up his famous delicacies. He's gone over with Chewie, and he's created a menu all around porg, because porg tastes delicious. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like episode 8, maybe because, you know, they picked up porg. It's amazing. Bob and Kelly, welcome into the stream. So good to have you here. I would talk about porg, eating porg. Not pork, porg. Michael's welcome into the stream. And then, if you want to have like a late night drink, you don't go to Ogre's. Ogre's is fine. You're going to head over to Brew Barker's. And you're gonna get some nice Wookiee ale over at Brew Barker's. And you're gonna have a nice time. You can have a sit. You're going to watch all the Wookiees run by with their crossbows. Go, oh, I'm doing more impressions. Apparently, all of my picks have impressions now. And then as soon as you finish with Admiral Snack Bars, his tagline underneath is "It's a snack," rather than "It's a trap." Like it's, you know. So,
yeah, that's good.
And I think it would be such a nice addition to the Star Wars universe. So short, simple.
Like it.
I see Pickle Bar there too. Pickle Bar. Sorry.
I mean
I got to add that somewhere.
Yeah, pickles have traveled across the galaxy from Earth to wherever they are, Batu. So,
But all kidding aside, weren't they supposed to have a restaurant with like aliens and stuff and like that whole experience? Like,
oh, if they brought the cantina from Tatooine, oh my!
I know.
Yeah. No, I've just thought of it. You know those egg-headed musicians.
Yes, that's what I thought they were going to do. That
They could be on tour.
Yeah.
And what they do is they go from like each place. Like they start off maybe by ogres, and then they go while building your lightsaber while it's really tense. They just come in, go
just to bring,
and they just walk through, you know.
That's good.
And they're like, right, back to the building of lights, and then maybe you could sit while piloting the Millennium Falcon,
nice,
while listening to that background music. I mean, come on. That's my pick.
Good job. I like that.
Love it.
As we are running short on time, unfortunately, just want to let everybody know straight after this stream, Mouse Talk is going to be going live with Steve's World, and they're going to be not talking about sports on Sports Night. They're going to be talking about their favorite movie franchises of all time.
Nice. That's a good topic. They have good topic.
I mean, you can't. I don't even have my favorite movies of all time because I could name like 12. So whatever. So what we're going to do is we are going to go background. You're going to say the two that you mentioned, and then any other honorable mentions or any others on your list. Just giving a brief sort of outline, and then we'll start wrapping up. So, Dean, we're going to start off with you. What was your number 1 and 2, and then some honorable mentions?
And first, I have to say, Dan, I love the way you themed what you just did. I felt it. I felt it with the music and everything. But I got to put my foot down on Wookiee Ale because that is very lethal. I don't think you should have Wookiee Ale.
All right. So I've got my agent and now I've got my lawyer.
Oh yeah. Okay. My two ideas. One was to take Tomorrowland and create it completely indoors and intertwine it with the existing attractions, expand the people mover, make it shopping, restaurants, that sort of thing, all futuristic. Jungle Cruise was to take the land around the Jungle Cruise to change the experience, but also allow for a walking tour on it with some restaurants that are up in trees. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
And then And I've got two more, but I'll just say, so Steve mentioned about expanding Indiana Jones at Hollywood Studios. That was one of my ideas, but I'm thinking of making it more like a Rise of the Resistance experience, but themed to Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. So
That's good.
Nice.
Like that.
at that one. And then lastly, Mission Space. I'm not a big fan of Mission Space. I think they need to replace that and make that whole area sort of like a galactic center. And they've got the space themed restaurant coming. I think they could do more with that area. And yeah,
That's good.
I like that.
That's really good. Theme.
I'm sorry if anybody actually likes Mission Space.
Space.
I mean, if
Sure,
you
there's
like
some fanboys out there, for sure.
if you like Mission Space, I mean, fair enough. I'm not a fan, but
It's terrible.
Nice picks. I like
Yeah,
those,
good
especially
job, man.
the galactic sort of center of it all. Very nice. Rob, what have you got?
So kind of paraphrase mine. I want to put the theater back off Main Street on the Magic Kingdom. I want to add the Beauty and the Beast new animatronic ride. It's not even out yet. I want to add it back in there. Pooh's Honey Pot. I want to add Shanghai Pirates with the Pirates and a Haunted Mansion restaurant and a Pirates restaurant. I'd love to do that. I loved Ed's ideas doing the Pixar Land, Cars Land in there, a separate Muppet Land like Dan said. I had all those ideas too. I love that, guys. Animal Kingdom, Indiana Jones, Mystic Manor, and a boat ride. And my honorable mentions, I was going to do Epcot too. I would bring back, just to go out with you, Dean, I'd put Horizons back behind Mission Space. I put World of Motion behind, I put that back in, World of Motion and Horizons, my two favorite rides over there. I put them back in. I would add the Mountain of Fiji in Japan. I would add the mountain that they never abandoned. I would put the Germany boat ride in they never did, which was a thing. Of course, I want to add monorails to all four parks and a monorail to the airport. I want to add more people movers, like Dean said. And last but not least, I know you can't do it, but I'd bring Marvel Land to Disney World.
Yeah,
So,
good. I love it.
that,
That's
so-
great. Sounds like you were going for president just now. Like you're just like, God, this is vote for
I had to
me.
throw 'em out there. Vote for me.
That was awesome.
My campaign manager right there. And my agent up there. So. Thanks, Ed.
I feel like we're all going to be on like LinkedIn in a minute. We're all ready to go.
I just pointed to me.
Love it, Rob. I absolutely love it. Of course,
have a
you were
lot of
going to put
ideas.
retro rides back in. Of course, you were.
I gotta get them.
I'm just saying, where was Great Movie Ride? Come on. Whatever.
Great.
Can't
That's in
please
the next
them all.
stream.
Ed and Mindy. I'm
All right,
looking forward to hearing
So
yours.
we had briefly, we talked about in Hollywood Studios, we have a Pixar land. We're going to still keep Toy Story Land, but we're going to add more Pixar presence into the land. And then we're also going to have an area where we will have a Disney Animation Studio section. So we'll be able to concentrate on those two animation companies, I would say, and they would have their own lands that they would have. So you'll have some restaurants themed after that. You'll have more character meet and greets and style. So Muppets, unfortunately, will be gone. But you'll have a retirement ceremony, and Dan, you'll obviously be speaking at it as well. So
Doing all of your impressions.
the other thing we have is the in Animal Kingdom, where this is out of the box, but we're thinking about redoing Dino Land and paying a lot of money for licensing for DreamWorks if they would ever give it up for Disney to be able to make a Train a Dragon section world, which would be all themed out and all that. I know it's out there, but so I think it would be awesome. Honorable mention. This is one of my favorite ones. It's a small one. This is happening in Magic Kingdom and Liberty Square. So there's really not much stuff going on to me there. We keep everything the same. Everything's there. You got the Hall of Presidents. You got the Haunted Mansion. You've got all that there. But what we're going to add, what we need to do. We need to capitalize on the acquisition of 20th Century Fox. So what we need to do now is add in what's it called? Night of the Museum. Night of the Museum.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Night of the Museum, and it's an interactive
You walk through the
museum, and you walk through it. You're guided with a guide tour, and things are just coming to life while you're walking through it. So I thought that would be kind of cool. That's my honorable mention.
I like that.
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
You could have a Ben Stiller animatronic, and his ears could be massive because he has massive ears. I love it. I think that's such a great idea. Awesome
Alex
picks.
looks good.
Definitely. With all the museum artifacts and the licensing, yours are going to cost big money. So I love it. Though. No rules. Mine were like this. So my first one was, of course, Muppets Ain't Dead. Muppets, of course, Muppets. With a meet and greet with Dr. Butts and Honeydew at Beaker in the Muppet Labs. The Swedish Chef's Nourishment sit-down restaurant, Fozzie's Joke Shop, and the Electric Mayhem live ride. My number 2 was kind of just like a small one with Admiral Snack Bar and Brew Barkers over at Galaxy's Edge. Number 3 was, so when D23 announced New Fantasyland, there was a lot they missed out when they were building it. So we were going to have a Cinderella Chateau where she was transformed into her ball gown, and you got to take a ride to the castle. There's going to be a Sleeping Beauty's cottage, so when she wakes up on her 18th birthday, there was going to be Pixie Hollow where Tinkerbell lived, and there's going to be a Tangled area, so I would have all of that there. I also had an Avatar expansion because, like, Avatar is going to expand. Like, trust me, Pandora is not done yet. I want something Wall-E in the Land Pavilion because it's a no-brainer. It's all about conservation, the planet.
True, that's good.
Wall-E. I also had what I called the Mickey section of Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, if you looked a bird's eye view of the center of Hollywood Studios, it is the largest hidden Mickey. You can actually see it on a map. So you have obviously Mickey's Runaway Railway, One Man's Dream, and I would change Voyage of the Little Mermaid to the House of Mouse, which is the old TV show from the 90s. It was like a comedy club for the House of Mouse. I'd love that idea. And my final one would be Pirates of the Caribbean. I would have a full-on Tortuga town. Full-on Tortuga town. And docked at Tortuga would be a full-size replica of the Black Pearl. You'll get to tour it, and your goal would be to find all 8 pieces of 8. Or I think there's like 9 pieces of 8, actually. Something ridiculous. But that would be my choice. So, lots of stuff there and a lot of money I can see going through. So, yeah. So, that was episode 93 of Disney Fiasco. Thank you so much, everybody. It was such a blast having you guys here, and it's an honor to have you guys here. So, let's just quickly go around and just quickly talk about our channels, and then we'll head over to Mouse Talk and Steve over there. Detroit Disney Duo, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Let's start off with Dean over at the Live Place. Go check out theliveplace.com for all your family-friendly live streams. Dean, thank you so much for having me. It's been such a pleasure.
Well, thank you, Dan. I would do this anytime. This is so much fun. You guys are all awesome. And I'm Dean at the Live Place. Go to theliveplace.com for sort of, as Rob says, the TV guide of live streams. And I'm also the Live Place on YouTube, and I'm Dreamer's Empire. And lots of stuff coming up, new shows, and I'm actually working, I will just tell you quickly, on a whole new category at the Live Place that I'm pretty excited about. So
awesome. I can't wait.
Very, very, very looking forward to it. Very looking forward to it. So thank you so much, Dean.
Thank you.
Mr. RobFuz.
Hey.
Thank you so much, pal, for joining.
Thanks for having me. I love it.
Pleasure.
As Ed said before, it's always an honor. Dan, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for having me on. Thanks for coming to my channel, too. You're so much fun. You're so talented. And I go live every Friday, 4 o'clock. I post retro videos. I have a blast. RobFuz. I'm on social media, all that fun stuff. RobFuz.com, all that stuff. That's all. Check me out. Thanks, guys. Links below. Thanks, guys.
And
check out these guys.
Ed and Mickey from the Viapree Project. Thank you so much for coming on. And it's been such a pleasure.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you again for having us on. It's our first time here on Disney Fiasco. So, this is history for us right here. And it's a moment for us. So thank you again, Dan, for everything. So we are the Viapree Project. We go live weekly on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a show called Hangouts, which has rotating shows on it. So this week coming up, we're doing our first Lego Talk show. So we're excited about the Lego Talk Live. And then we also have a interview style show called Sessions that we do every 2 months. And we do that on Saturdays, usually around 8 p.m., but sometimes it could change depending on the guest. But yeah, so we're the Viapree Project, and we love our community.
Go check them out. I'm so glad you guys are back. So happy. And as for me, Disney Fiasco episode 94 next week, we are going to be talking about everything Lion King, as it came out in 1994, but that was only the second best thing to come out that year. The first greatest thing that came out of 1994 is me. But apart from that, Lion King next week, I think we have Waltz from Mouse Talk and Charlie and Stacey from the Disney Nerd Herders, so it's going to be fun next week. And then my other live stream Thursdays with The Adventures of Gonzo, which is our new show Disney Nuts, where we talk about our Disney trivia. Our leaderboard is stacking up good. It's going to be fun. And then this Tuesday coming up, I am ranking every Star Wars movie from worst to best. So if you guys want to hear that, check it out. And then finally, Disney Food Fridays on Friday. This one was fun. I gave you not one, not two, three free things. Yeah, that's hard to say. 3 free things you can eat at Walt Disney World. And David, good to see you. We have this thing here, Daniel, David. 3 free things over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So if you want to check it out, please go do so. So thank you so much, guys. Head over to Mouse Talk right now. Tell Walt and Steve that Disney Dan sent you. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all my members who joined to Disney Dan membership. Please send me a DM on Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, everything, whatever. If you're not in the Facebook group, and I'll get you in as soon as possible. And Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Just follow me, whatever. Who cares? Thank you so much, everybody. Head over to Mouse Talk. Say Disney Dan sent to you. Have a good evening, everybody.
Hot seat champion right here, baby.